All right, big day. Let's see if we can get this guy to fire up. So one thing that I did do before firing this up is I followed the instructions off the Resolve webpage to start up. So I checked my connections, and then with the battery disconnected, I tried to make sure that everything fired up, and I heard some relays snapping around back here in the back. So we'll go from there. What's up?
Don't touch any metal.
All right. All right, high voltage is in. Working on the 12 volts, getting that back in, and now we'll try our first. See what happens. All right, where's the death button?
Same deal?
Yeah, no ignition. All right, things are firing up. Vacuum pump is on. The water pump seems like it's running. I got 2 relay clicks back here. All right, test my OLED is still dark.
I can't see it. Is that really under?
Yeah, just a sec. Let's keep it. Yeah, just a sec. Let's keep your ears open.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not getting anything off any of these buttons.
We can give a little gas.
I am.
Okay.
Let's see. Turn this sucker over into accessories. Try again. Yeah, nothing on any of them.
Oh, that should be on. That's repaired, right?
Yeah, but the OLED's still dark. It's got the LED on it, but the screen's blank.
Chance that it's damaged.
Maybe, or maybe I was a little too fast and loose with the wires to it. So it obviously didn't fire up initially. I've done a lot of troubleshooting, and one of the things that I've determined through going through forums is it's very possible that when I was probing the PDM and or the BMS, what was happening, I was probing from the front with some of my smaller probes, and I may have damaged some of these connectors. So I bought one of these, thinking I could just directly replace it off of eBay, but whoever put this guy together, well, let's just say all the wires aren't exactly in the right spot for what I need. So it took a little bit of figuring out. I'm going to show you how we're going to take the pins out of this and inspect them. I probably won't be able to do it on the car, but from here we can get pretty close and try to show you how I'm going to do it. Just from here, what you can see is this little plastic cover, and when we get real close, if we can focus enough, you'll see the center pin where it's going to connect to the PDM side, and on either side there's going to be those little holes. So in order to dislodge it, I'm going to have to do a couple things. I'm going to remove this plastic cover, which really just gently pries and pops off. You see, very gently. Well, more gently than that. So the two I'm going to do, I left a few back here, are in here. So what I can tell from the ones that I've already removed is that there is, so if you're looking at it from the front, if you're looking at it with the plastic on, you should see this section of the pin, the top, and on it, just to his left, that's where the barb is. That needs to get pushed down. So, coming in here, if I want to remove this pin, I need to go just to the left with an extractor key, get in there, and there is a little bit of a feel aspect to this, because as I go to kind of press it, you do feel it's depressed when it gets in there. So you kind of hear and feel that. It just, I had some resistance, then it just popped in. Now from there, just nice easy removal. So again, looking at it where I can see the metal on top, just over to the left. I'm gonna slide that guy directly into that little hole just to the side until I feel it. You'll hear a little bit of a snap, and it'll just pop straight out. To put them back in, as long as you don't damage it, it's going to be about as simple. I just need to know my orientation of top and bottom. And now I'm just going to place back in there, really until I feel it kind of snap back in. And now it's grabbing. So that's it. So I'm just going to be going through the 36 pin connector and maybe also the 38. And I'm going to go check all these pins and see if any of them were damaged. All right, a little bit of dirt in here. It's been a few weeks since that last little bit of heartbreak where the car didn't fire up. However, it looks like back in business. Couple of things that were problematic is I had some bad can line on the low voltage for the CHAdeMO. The other thing that was being an issue is when I went through and checked my connections on the BMS. You probably can't see that. There it is. So on this guy and on the PDM, what looks like has happened since I was using my small probes and probing from the front of the connectors, I may have flared out the pins. So I've gone through now, I've replaced all the pins, and now looks like we're just about ready to throw this guy in gear. So the only thing I need to do now is actually just get the 12 volts running on the rest of the vehicle, and I believe just get the brake plugged in, and I should be able to throw the sucker in gear. Alright, I got a little excited. I just went ahead and put in a switch to be my brake input, and now I can transition into drive. So, still not really sure what gear 1 and gear 3 are. But from here should be park, neutral, drive. Now, it's exciting. Yay! So, following up on previous heartbreak, like you saw, tried to fire it. It seemed like it wasn't engaging. So what I'm checking right now is to assure that the transmission is pumping oil and I don't have air. And it seems like every now and again I'm getting just a little bit of an air bubble coming out of this oil here. Um, Definitely a little bit of a pain in the ass when you're doing it by yourself, but it is what it is. So my assumption is I've got about 2 quarts in right now, and I can't. Maybe I'm not shifting proper. So here's how I'm doing it: is clamp and just gently pushing that gas to kind of move the oil around. So we'll see. See if I get some big bubbles come out. Alright, so that's my problem. I've got a lot of air in that transmission. So what I'm doing, I'm just idling, trying to pump out the air as needed. Looks like I'm able to shift better than what I did originally, so I think I'm barking up about the right tree. Just poor transmission maintenance. Alright, third time's a charm. It looks like a lot of what was not allowing it to shift had to do with there being air in the transmission, which I think I've gone through, mostly bled. I got the level back up to where it should be. And the other thing is, it seems like because the torque converter is not on the stator, I'm not building pressure. So in order to shift, what's going to have to happen is I need to move the stick into gear and then punch the accelerator in order to build enough pressure momentarily, and then engage the gear that I need to be in. And then it seems to actually maintain low RPM and all the other stuff. Well, so let's take it out for the first drive. So similarly, I'm not going to use the reverse button like the instructions. I'm going to do the reverse through the transmission. Of course, I can't see any of my mirrors. Also, the power steering's not engaged right now. Like it's struggling a little bit. pretty slow. I'm probably not going over 25 right now. It's ugly sounding. Let's try a shift. Put off. Shift. That's much nicer. Maybe gear one's just not quite right.